3-point range. Derek White shot 5 for 8 from 3-point range. Marcus Smart shot 4 for 7 from 3-point range. Old Al Horford shot 6 for 8 from 3-point range.
They did not miss.
I want you to look at me in the eyes and tell me, do you truly believe that those players, the ones I just named, Payne Pritchard, Derek White, Marcus Smart, and an older Al Horford, do you think they're going to shoot like that again, truthfully?
Not at all.
No, exactly.
Yeah, not at all.
Exactly. Cool. It's cool to see them step up like this.
It's
right?
looking like the Houston Rockets when they were hot for three.
It's giving
it's giving Houston when they would blow teams out if they were on fire. And when they weren't hitting, they got blown out.
It's ice cold.
Yeah.
Exactly. These are not consistent shooters like that.
Mm-mm.
They're not built like that. Marcus Smart, Al Horford, give them credit. They're actually just great players overall because they affect many other parts of the game. But truthfully, Payne Pritchard, Derek White, they're not going to be. They're not elite shooters. They're not elite shooters.
It would be different if this is the Warriors. Mm-hmm. And then they're shooting like this, you would just
like if it's Curry and Clay and Poole who shot like that from three. It's scary because of the fact it's like, well, they could just do that again the next night. I can confidently say I don't see all four of these players coming out.
One or two of them is
different. Yeah, exactly. Maybe Marcus Smart does it again. Maybe he steps up in the finals big time. But I don't see all four of them shooting like that again.
No, that ain't happening.
So the Celtics are not a three-point made team. They just ended up having one of their best nights of the playoffs. It just happened to be that night. 21 of 41 from three-point range. If I'm the Warriors, I'm willing to bet that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that doesn't happen again.
You can't even be mad.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen. The shots were just falling. I guarantee if I'm a Warriors, if I'm in that locker room right now, I know that's not happening again. And in Game 2, they just need to come out with a little bit more of an offensive ferocity. Yeah. Because I do think their defense was playing great. It was just one of the strangest cases in the fourth quarter where the Warriors just couldn't make a shot and the Celtics could make everything. So it was one of those sucks. A game was taken away from you. But if I'm a Warriors fan, if I'm a Warriors in the locker room right now, you know you had it.
Yeah, I ain't tripping, man.
You ain't tripping.
We taking this dub, man.
You shouldn't be tripping.
But at the same time, something that I kept an eye on about the Celtics, they pretty good at getting into the paint. They got a lot of people that can get into the paint and make some contested finishes. Yeah. Like Jaylen Brown over Draymond Green a couple times. Some crazy layups.
I mean,
and the issue is there's no James Wiseman.
Yes.
If there was a James Wiseman, this would be a completely different story. I don't know if he would change the Warriors' offense, but defensively, no team would want to go in the paint.
Yeah, and respectfully, Looney has been doing a great job in that center spot. But I do believe Looney is definitely on one of the smaller ends as it comes to centers. And in the end, he's not a consistent. Like, Looney's 6'9".
Yeah, no.
It's not extremely tall for a center. And
it's actually pretty short for a center.
Yeah, that's kind of a small forward, power forward type height right there. But either way, what I'm really getting at is Wiseman also, what he brings is an offensive game where he can stretch the floor. He's a guy who can't shoot. You know, in the end, Kevon Looney is not the type of guy who can create his own offense.
He's trash.
That's kind of a little too far, but, you know, he's just not a guy who can create his own offense. And where the Celtics have it is because they got two. They're running with like a double center lineup.
Robert Williams.
And Al Horford.
Yeah.
And that's the one reason why I said the Celtics were the only team I could be afraid of that the Warriors would go against. Because when we've seen the Warriors lose, they lose to teams with size.
And they got some size.
And they do got some size. And they do have some size. Because when the Warriors lost to the Cavs, the main reason why the Warriors lost to the Cavs is quite literally because LeBron James, Tristan Thompson, and granted Kyrie Irving did his thing, but Kevin Love as well, played bully ball.
They're just going to get in the paint. And what are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it? You can't match us.
No.
You can't get those boards.
No.
No. We're just gonna go into the paint. We're just gonna bully you. Because in the end, we've seen it so many times. Small ball, as fun as it is to watch, as cool as it can be in the regular season, we've seen small ball to fall victim to the bigger teams all the time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Houston Rockets, for example, is multiple times. The Warriors are the next example as well. You know, in the end, as cool small ball is, a team with size is probably always going to win that series. So that's why the Celtics scare me a little bit. They do have size. And you got to look out for that going into the rest of this series, is because the Celtics can bully the Warriors down in that paint.
That's the
They do have the physicality.
Yeah, but at the same time, you also have to remember Klay Thompson can get on fire. Jordan Poole can get on fire. We just saw Steph Curry get on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the three dudes that if they step up, it's over for the Celtics. There's basically nothing they can do. But I think the Celtics might have a little more depth on their squad. They might be able to get a little more scoring out of their depth than the Warriors can.
And that is actually very true. As at least at the current moment, you know, here's the thing. Otto Porter was the only other guy who was doing something. 4 for 5 from 3.
That's really good.
That's really good. But then again, like I said for the Celtics, I've got to keep the same energy. I don't expect Otto Porter to go 4 for 5 again from 3.
True.
So you gotta look to your star players to step up if you're the Warriors, and if you're the Celtics. Really, you just gotta kind of hope and pray that those role players, that wasn't just a one-off.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the biggest factor. That was the biggest factor of the game, is the fact that they had 4 other guys who are consistently shooting like that,
Going crazy.
just shooting like that.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the biggest X factor, is how well can the Celtics' depth continue to play throughout this series. I think me and you are both banking on the fact that there's a high probability that they don't play like that again. At least I don't expect to see another. And the reason why I have the Warriors winning the series is because I don't expect to see another game where all 4 of those Celtics players are shooting like that from 3, even in their home games.
Yeah.
The one factor that can win the Celtics this series is their size and their physicality. And for the Warriors, it really has to come down to the 3 main stars, at least scoring-wise: Curry, Klay, and Poole. Those 3 need to start playing a little. I'll give Curry his credit, he played good. But Poole and Klay need to start playing a little more consistent, finding their rhythm early in the game.
Yeah.
To then see if they can use that. And then obviously Wiggins and Draymond will provide the defense that could help out. And their defensive strategy so far worked for Tatum. Let's see if Tatum gets in rhythm, because he's been the guy now who scored a couple 40-point games. So I am concerned. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little.
You know it's because they won the game and Jason Tatum didn't even score. 15.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably like 60% concerned right now for looking at the rest of the series. I'm not gonna lie. But that being said, I still have confidence that this Warriors team can bounce back.
Yeah, I think Game 2 is gonna say a lot.
It is gonna say.
If this is a close game, I might switch over to the Celtics.
I would actually agree.
If this is a close game. Because I would expect the Warriors to come out and blow them out. If it's not over 10 points that they win,
no,
Celtics will win.
I expect the Warriors to set the tone and still let them know, because this is how the Warriors do things.
Yeah.
They've done it in the past where they lose. They
lost by 50 to the Grizzlies and won the series.
You know, it's how they respond to those losses.
Yeah.
It's how they respond to those losses, because we even saw it in Game 2 in the Grizzlies series as well. When they lost Game 2 to the Grizzlies, they come home and they annihilate the Grizzlies in Game 4 or Game 3 at home. So this is going to be, like Trevor said, this is so key to the rest of the series. I have the Warriors in Game 2, so I'm giving my Game 2 prediction right now. I have the Warriors in Game 2, and I have the Warriors winning by 20.
20, wow. I'm going to say about 17.
Mm-hmm.
But if that doesn't happen, I'm changing my entire prediction. The Celtics are going to win in 5.
If that happens, you have the Warriors.
If the Warriors do not win by at least 10, 11 points, Celtics in 5.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
All right, watch.
That's a little crazy.
That's
a little crazy.
I'm being serious.
All right. Either way, Game 2 will probably, by the time you're seeing this video, will be happening later that night.
Oh yeah.
So, interesting start to the finals so far. The only hope is that this could be a good series. My only fear is that we get games kind of like how we did with the Miami Heat and the Celtics series, where it was blowout, 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 and then Game 7 is the only close.
Yeah, I don't want that. We've been having that the whole playoffs.
It feels like we have, where it's been like that close final game, but really the majority of the games haven't.
After the
been
second
like
quarter, you already know who won the game.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to have that.
Not trying to have that.
I'm excited to see what happens in Game 2. You guys let us know.
Who you have.
Who you got in the game. What's your prediction for the entire finals? Is Jason Tatum getting his first ring?
No.
And if Curry gets this ring, what does that put him in an all-time list?
All I'm going to say is this. If Curry gets that ring, he's got the same amount as LeBron. Now, what's that
How many
say?
finals MVPs did he have? I don't know. But
Hey, how many conference finals MVP does LeBron have?
anyways.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That was what the devil
I'm just saying. He doesn't have the Irwin Magic Johnson Award now. I'm just saying.
Anyways, you guys let us know down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and you're going to see the next video next time. It's going to be all about the Warriors losing Game 2.
It's going to be all about the Warriors now on a momentum streak, ready to finish this series off.
We'll see. But anyways, we'll see you guys.
Deuces. Bingo. See?
That's